Meta is the thing we're talking about a lot on these shows, but top of funnel right now is everything. It doesn't matter which platform gets the click. It doesn't matter. They're all working together. And the ad that maybe gets the impression or the awareness or the initial interest is not necessarily the one that gets the last click conversion, including some of your Google brand name search ads. Guess we're talking about Meta Andromeda yet again, which is
as Google has taken a further and further backseat to the world of cold traffic, we have to focus on channels that work. I mean, we go where the MMM tells us to go, multimedia mix modeling, and I think that's we're never in love with how we made our money. We're just in love with money, and so when you kind of keep that same mindset, it allows you to see the forest for the trees a little bit more often. There's not a whole lot of advanced strategies that I've been producing for Google, especially lately, since I can see how much Meta has been pushing Google traffic. I've actually been able to identify Google self-generated traffic and traffic coming from other channels. Even my non-brand standard shopping has more returning customers.
Yeah,
100% more when we scale Meta. So I've seen how MMM moves, and I'm like, okay, I have to go where the needle gets moving, and they're moved, and this is unfortunately what moves the needle. So we're going to talk about.
Unfortunately, this is it. The reason why we talk about it is because, I get on discovery calls with our salespeople every single week, and it's like, all right, well, this is a Meta solution. It's a Meta solution. It's a Meta solution. It's like that is the solution, and then Google is usually where we pick up sort of the leftovers. Like we were talking about this yesterday in our group call. John does 2 group calls with our entire team every single week, and you're like, all right, well, 80% of the traffic is going to get scooped up after you create all the awareness. Google is just going to get the brand search anyway. So it's like, focus on the stuff that actually creates new customers, awareness, and that's how you scale and grow businesses. And that's what we've always talked about. Like, that's the thing. You want to scale and grow.
And just I'll give you here's one thing that I just would say is like really, really, really upsetting kind of stuff. This is a standard shopping campaign. We pulled 13% of the ad spend out during this week, and we pushed into Meta on new customers and returning customers, more so into returning customers. Yeah. And the non-brand inbound standard shopping campaign has, 54% less first click new customers. I agree. But then we have 32% more new customers. So we basically, the campaign sacrificed 15 new customers first click for 14 new customers returning. Why? It's not that it's not that it is malicious. It just sacrificed its own audience for remarketing Meta's audience.
Right.
This RLSA just said, wow, that traffic coming from that channel is way better than the traffic I was getting. And then as we scaled up the ad spend, our returning customers went up. In my non-brand standard shopping, our returning customers went up 77%.
Yeah.
So if I pull out ad spend, my first click new customers go down 54%, but then I can take 1/5 of that and scale up my total customers by 90. So if you look at this campaign, we spent 13% less. I got 90 more customers. How? We did that through MMM, not forcing Google to become a good channel. I'm just forcing the company to become more rich. Which one, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy?
Yeah,
it's kind of like right.
We should at some point in time we might want to do this because we now have a programmatic as part of our overall strategy, which includes native. We've now layered on native on top of Meta Andromeda and creative diversification, and we're seeing even greater results on top of that. And Google is just picking up the leftovers way at the bottom of the funnel, and they're all new customers. So it's like, Meta is the thing we're talking about a lot on these shows, but top of funnel right now is everything, because that's where if you can identify new customers and then get them, it doesn't matter which platform gets the click. Like, we're going to say this 100 times, we've said it once. It doesn't matter. It's like they're all working together. And the ad that maybe gets the impression or the awareness or the initial interest is not necessarily the one that gets the last click conversion, but they're all working in concert with each other, including some of your Google brand name search ads and your case here, shopping ads. So
even when you think about how is Meta going to affect my non-brand standard shopping, why does Meta have anything to do with what people are looking for this type of product? In your brain, it's like, no, that can't make sense until you factor in RLSA and then a sales cycle. Wait a minute, 50 people just arrived to my website that have been looking for this for a week.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's a whole
didn't buy yet.
Exactly.
Was checking it out because they found out about it on some other channel. What that channel is. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you could have you could have one click in standard shopping on a returning customer looking to buy something else that you also sell. And then Meta cranks up its ad spend, and maybe that remarketed it 15 times or re-engaged it 15 times and convinced that person that this is the right thing to buy. And then they just came back. So they serve two different functions. And it's like, can I get singular click inbound to grow a company? No. Can I get only brand awareness to grow a company? Better, but no. Can I have brand generation and brand capture? Yes. Ta-da. Like you have everything now. It's not one versus the other. It's the correct mix.
It's great.
Yep. All right. So let's talk about the killing the king thingy.
Killing the king.
So
here we go.
Remember how we talk about the sticky pixel? And the sticky pixel is actually a blessing and a curse at the same time. But we understand
another great name, by the way. Another
right, the sticky pixel. I know. Yeah. I'm going to get sued by like Cinnabon for like the sticky thumbs.
I don't think they're watching. Maybe they are.
Probably not, because their company is doing okay, so they must not be fans.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sells itself.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just walk into the airport and smell one. You're like,
I'm in
towards it. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, are my kids looking? No. All right.
Yeah. That's all right.
So we had this company here is called Bully Stick Central. This is a lesser known company that I'm a part of. But we've been going through a massive restructure in the company. It was purchased from us about 2 years ago. We've been restructuring everything from the manufacturing to the shipping and the packaging and all the other stuff. So we just started to test some ad spend increases. And this campaign here has technically been spending, a little bit in September. We started running it in September 23. So from September 23rd all the way through January, we paused here because you can see how we're doing, like, okay, turn it on. Okay, now we've been making some changes, pause ads. We've been working on the company, not scaling in the company.
Got it.
But during that time period that this campaign has been running since September, and that's September, October, November, December, January, February, 5 months ago, you can see that the amount spent of $4,600 is on this one ad, the beef cheek ad, and it's a video. Now, we created this account during the time that Andromeda was essentially launched as well. So this is all stuff that we didn't know back then, but now we know about Andromeda. It makes a lot of sense. Like, it makes sense that the majority of the spend is going to video ads. This video ad that has $920 isn't a old ad. It's a brand new ad as of this last week, part of the test. So basically the only thing that really has gotten spend is like this ad, and then this ad, and then the replication of that one. So basically, when we added up, it was like $6,600 of the $8,600. It was the only thing that was working. Now, the bad part is this company's been growing and scaling very well, like 55% year over year with this one ad. Now it's going to be kind of hard to be like, do we take the best performing ad and pause it? So we said, well, let's launch these ads. So we launched 5 new ads. And these ads actually had a good hook rate and a good hold rate. Now, I don't need a high hold rate, but if I don't have a great click-through rate, at least I have a high hold rate, which means these people are watching it and they're learning. I can understand that the people are actually learning in this campaign. So we said, okay, we're going to have to bite the bullet, and we're just going to have to force all spend into these ads. So we try to run them, and we launched it on day 1, and then it spent 7 cents, and then 4 cents, and then 1 cent. And then 2 cents, and then 5 cents, and then $1, and then $2.27. All right, starting to get some more. It is not running it. It has a hook rate of 29, and it was not running it because the ad that we had running at the time at the top had a 29 as well. Sorry, we already have a good ad. We don't need you. It's like basically saying Michael Jordan, he might be 2 years away from retiring, but we don't need to look at any more basketball players because we think he's got 10. That's what Meta's doing right now. It's saying, I have a good ad. I don't need any more. Thank you. You can go away now. But that was the point of the mistake. We said, what if that isn't the best ad? Yes, it has the highest amount of money. Anything that we put into it, any other new ad, we've tried 44 different ads, AI ads. It spent 50 cents, 50 cents, 40 cents, 30 cents, 20 cents. You name it, we tried it. 43 ads later cannot get rid of the king. We cannot kill the king by 43 new ads. So I said, we're just going to have to do it. We're just going to bite the bullet, pause it, and let's launch it. Let's see what happens. So during this last week, we said, okay, let's just pause it. And then we launched it on the 30th. So on the 30th of this time period here, sorry, that's 2023. Whoa, that would have been bad. So on the 30th here to the 5th, right? Actually, technically it was the 30th through the 2nd. I'll tell you why. We did 2 big tests, but this is the first test here. We said, let's pause the king. and then let's just scale the other video ads. So in reference, we took one video ad that worked well, and then we were able to create, and let's do this here. Let's go back in time so I don't ruin everything. But the video ads that are working now here, we now have a hook rate average.
Which, by the way, if you don't know what hook rate is, as John is getting the screen ready, it's 3-second views divided by impressions. So it's how many people as a percentage, figure it out as a percentage, like how many people are actually watching that 3 seconds. And then hold rate is 3 seconds divided by 15-second views divided by 3-second views.
Multiplied by 100.
Multiplied by 100, or it's like it's
for the average.
Yeah, it's as a percentage.
Weird.
So anyway, like do the math however you need to do it. But anyway, hook rate, hold rate, those are the two real big metrics that we really do watch here, because it's a leading indicator as to whether or not you've got potentially a winning ad, which might not get the conversion too. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but it's okay. Got it.
Yeah, we're looking for engagement. We want to see, like, do these people like these ads?
Yes.
So what's funny about this is if you look at everything as a whole, when we were running these on the 28th, 29th, and 30th, when we just launched the new ads in addition to the old ad still had ad spend to it and at a high amount of spend, 336. The next one at 78.
Yep.
The funny part is the hold rate was 25 and 25, and this one was 25, and this is 28. Like, wait a minute. The ads that I have now, this old one had 25. The new ones have a 25 average. So why is my 5 new ads, one of them better hook rate, 28%, than the other one that had, the first one that had 25 and 30%? This one technically has a 40% hook rate. Like, it's these 5 ads are better than our one ad. What is Andromeda doing? Why isn't it showing these? And so that's what we said. We're like, let's force it. Screw it. So during this time period here on the 30th,
that's why you paused the King.
I had to pause the King.
Got it.
I have 5 ads that theoretically are doing better hook rates than the main one, but they're not getting spend. So that tells me, do I look at CPA or do I look at engagement? So I said, we're looking through engagement, and 5,000% more spend over the next 4 days. So went from $10 to spending 551. So basically these ads over the next 4 days, the result, and I'll just show you the ad set result, 5% change in spend.
Yep.
Cost per result went down 36%.
Yep.
And new customers went from 12 to 20.
Great.
And if we look at the actual back-end metrics here.
And you're looking at the ad set level, by the way. Let's just everybody remember this. Like this, You're not looking at individual ads and shutting off ads. You're looking at the ad set. How are they all working together at the ad set level? And accordingly, it's actually technically it's on the campaign level too, because I think you only got one ad set in there, which is open targeting, I have to assume.
Yes. It's everything's open targeting. Yep.
Got it.
Okay, that's why I was like, why is this messing up for me? I'm like, it's not pulling up my metrics. There we go.
You're the fastest screen sharer I know. I think you hold the Guinness Book of World Records.
Right. So it was funny as I was looking through the metrics and said, okay, once we force this, I'm like, it didn't really look like anything happened. I'm like, this sucks. Our orders went down 3%. And then I'd wait, no. Our return customer rate went down 63%. Our orders stayed the same. Like, oh, that means more new customers. Yay. So I started looking down and I saw, 6% sessions over time. So same sessions, but 36% better conversion rate. Aha. So same spend. Yes, 6% difference in spend. What did our traffic do? 6% difference in traffic. Good. So same traffic, same spend. Yes. Did we change the entirety of the messaging? Yes. From 1 ad to 5. What were they talking about? Completely different things. Same person? Not at all. Same audience? Most likely. We were planning on that.
Yeah.
And so now conversion rate increased by 36%. Excellent. Facebook here up 143%. Instagram here up 143%. So signals corroboration. Yes, these channels are seen by Shopify as being the channels that we're seeing most often to see increase in sales, which is what I was expecting. Yeah. And then, Facebook's up 130, Google's up 800, Klaviyo went down 56%, which is good for us because that means more new customers. Yeah. And again, same amount of traffic. So yes, everything looked well. And then the last thing that we looked at is, okay, let's finally do one last thing. Let's do an NCAC. So first order date, again, because we'll have a little bit more in this case study here in a moment. But if we look at the NCAC, so we went from the 30th through the 2nd, we have 25. And then if we look at the previous time period, there's the 25. And then the previous time period was the 26th. So 25, 15. So we gain 10, or basically an average of like 75% more if we gain 10 on 15. So you get 75% increase in new customers, and we spent a grand total of $31 more to make that happen. So yes, you can absolutely pause the winning ad if you have other things that you are more proud of with a different concept, with a different hook, with a different offer, with a different message, and say, I wonder if this will work. You don't necessarily need to smooth it into that direction. Now, what we can't do is just say, hey, I like these ads better, so I turned all of them on and things went down. No, we skipped that step. We had 5 new ads that we put in there, said, will it spend? No. Why? Is hook rate bad? No. Is click rate bad? No. Is anything bad? No. Are any of these metrics worse than the main one? No. Then there's no reason for this not to be one. Well, CPA on the other, I don't care.
Yeah.
There's no reason why people like that ad more so than the other, not in a real world scenario. So let's show something new to the people that already know about us, and that dropped our NCAC by 75%.
Wow, incredible.